Hello. So I just wanted to let everyone know I ended up getting my car back. So what happened? The guy had it 7 weeks, and I went to pick it up. Well, first off, he said I could get it on this past Sunday, and so I called about 3 o'clock, and oh, I have to get a sensor for it. It was some hose that he said first that would have to be replaced on Monday. And so I'm like, okay, fine. And then on Monday when I called, oh, there's some engine code that went off. I have to replace this barrel sensor. I'm like, okay. Tuesday comes, I go to pick it up, and I get in the car. Started rough, and start driving over to the gas station and running really bad, worse than when I dropped it off. Um, I mean, it moved, but it was like shaking, like sputtering really bad. And I got to the gas station, put gas in it, got it home. I called him. I'm like, look, I just picked up my car and it's running absolutely terrible. And he's like, oh, it could be that sensor. He's like, come back tomorrow. And I'm going to call you when I have the part too. And so I went back. Well, I took my son to school the next morning, and all of a sudden my engine light starts flashing. It starts misfiring really bad. And so I have this little code reader. It's like this big. It's called Fixed. I'd recommend anyone to get it, so you don't keep getting screwed over by mechanics. So I connected that. I scanned it. It was a cylinder misfire on cylinder one. And so I called this guy, and he's like, yeah, just come by on your lunch break tomorrow and I'll fix that. And so I went back the next day, and he replaced the spark plug and the coil pack, which now I know how to do myself. They're super easy. Um, so I'll do those from now on, but I'm driving it, and about 20 minutes into driving it, which is when the original problem still was happening before I brought it there. Would be about 20 minutes when the engine was warm. I'm driving, and all of a sudden it's doing the same problem that I brought it to the mechanic for 7 weeks ago. So I'm pretty livid at this point. I spent $1,200 on this repair. I waited 7 weeks to have my car done, and I get my car back in worse shape. That gets fixed, but then my original problem is still there. Um, the guy ended up not refunding my money, told me he fixed the problem, um, and now won't respond to my texts, calls, nothing. Um, I'm going to have it inspected by another mechanic, and I'm going to see if he actually did what he said. And if he didn't, he may be looking at a small claims with me in court. And a funny thing is when I picked it up, the same day, somebody had left a review on this guy saying that he did the same thing to her too. And so now I feel like I was really conned by this man, and um, she ended up deleting that review, but I did take a snapshot of it, and I left him a review too of what he did, because he's conning people. There's no reason that my car should have been in worse shape. It should have been fixed after 7 weeks, after $1,200, and all I got was excuse after excuse. So I just wanted to give you a little update on my car. And yeah, as far as work, I'm still at the same job that I started. My boss is still really great. I'm still trying to get some state licensing done, and it's not proving to be easy. So cross your fingers I take another test today. Then we'll go from there. And if I have to move on, then I have to move on. I understand that some testing is just not doable to some people. So it's been years that I've been out of school, years that I've done any sort of studying. But yeah, so that's that. Other than the car and this testing stuff, I mean, things are going pretty good. Of course, it's stressful to not have a working vehicle after that much money. And so that has been getting me down a bit, but it's, you know, temps have been in the 40s here lately and summer's coming. And, you know, I'm thinking about getting a couple electric scooters. So, um, yeah, hope everyone's doing good. Bye bye.